What's up, guys? Welcome back to Helium Lemon 15's Wild and Wonderful World of Video Games. We're here with Endless Ocean Blue World Part 62. And I'm recording today, November 8th. Things have been a little crazy and a little stressful, but things are nice. I get to go on like a day trip and just have some fun tomorrow. And then come back to the grind till Thanksgiving, and then come back to the grind till mid-December. And I guess I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. I'm having fun today because it's a Friday, and it's just like, yay. And I must have recorded this footage like last month or something. But I actually have some Lost Winds Winter of the Melodias footage that I've recorded, and I've commentated and everything. But I asked some friends to do some voice acting for it. I wonder if I should ask friends to voice act for this, but I honestly don't feel like it. I don't feel called to in any specific way. But I don't know. I'm wondering if I should do more live commentary with this, and then just finish every side quest that I can, and then start presenting it in the form of like stream highlights. Because, like, I've never 100%ed this game before, and I want to be super OCD about it and 100% it, and just kind of keep it in the back burner of all the other games that I'm doing on here. But when something like this, like, I don't record the footage, and I don't commentate over it for, like, months and months, like, I just dread doing it more and more. So, this episode, I guess, has a little bit of variety. So we got Iris the dolphin up to level 2, and I've honestly shown so many dolphins leveling up recently that I don't know if people think it's entertaining, but it is kind of cool. I like just rooting for them, saying go dolphin, go gadget. No, I don't know. This guy's name is Yannick. He wants to go to the Arctic Ocean with me to help him find a beluga. I just saw Beluga. Beluga was on the TV or something. This was a highlight of the guided tour because we got to ride a blue whale for a little bit. Blue whales are majestic creatures. They're the largest living mammals. And as you see here, we're getting chased by a shark. And you think the shark isn't a match for the blue whale? I don't think so. So he comes after us, and he's trying to get some chow time on our sweet skin, but no such luck. We're out swimming him easily with the blue whale, so that's kind of fun. If you're playing this game and you want to know how a guided tour works, you basically you show your dive person the creature that they want to see, and you get little chimes from interacting with creatures in a certain way. So I'll explain more in a bit. There's the trivia for the razor bill. You can pause it and read it if you want. That's how I usually do trivia. You can pause it and read it if you want. I also happen to get trivia randomly for the Atlantic bluefin tuna, because if you find most creatures, or if you feed most creatures, you'll get their trivia. It's kind of how it works. So yeah, guided tours are a great place to get trivia if you really want to learn the trivia for every animal. Not every animal in this game has trivia though, so it's so random. Like, it doesn't even count towards 100%. It's just one of the random things. But it's good because I like this game because it's so educational. So one of the things that you can depend on for getting a little reaction from your client here is there's like feeding a small animal or a certain kind of animal. There's using the sea whistle on a dolphin. There's, I think, touching certain animals, and then certain animals, like there's a lot of animals in the Zahab region depths that give off light when you touch them. So that's, I would say, the best place to do a guided tour hands down. And one of these videos I'm going to probably show a guided tour in the Zahab region depths, because it's so fun, and it's just a guarantee of making a lot of money off of your client there. But see, here we got some belugas and some capelin on top of each other, so what I'm doing is I'm switching between species, because switching between animals won't necessarily do anything, but switching between species will refresh it so that your customer will give you another chime. And by chime, I mean that little ding sound. That right there. This one seems to be curious about us, just like we are about him. That's so nice. Today I got a peppermint mocha from Dunkin' Donuts. A peppermint mocha latte, I guess. And I love Dunkin' Donuts. It's the most capitalist thing to say, but I just love it. It's such a beautiful establishment. Breakfast food, coffee, ice cream. I'm still not that great at handling coffee, so I actually have kind of a lingering stomachache from the latte. And like I had this latte at like 5 o'clock, and then like on Wednesday I had another one of the Dunkin' Donuts like holiday special lattes. It was like a gingerbread latte, and it was so tasty, but like I had a stomachache just because of the acidity levels of coffee in general. And like I feel like I'll be a grown up if I handle coffee better, but I don't know. I don't really care. Yeah, so what are we talking about? We're done with this guided tour now, and he liked it. He had a good time on the guided tour. Yannick there. I like how they randomly generate names. There's so much RNG in this game. This game is just RNG and grinding. It's beautiful though. Like, when I was a kid, I really wanted to be a scuba diver. Now I'm really fantasizing about just spending a couple months just trying to live someplace pretty remote, someplace surrounded by mountains, because I'm a little bit tired of the culture of New York City. Even though I want to come back here, I just want to... I'm in love with Alaska, so I want to go there and just live there for a couple months. But I guess at this point that's becoming cliche. So, but... You know, so... People just want to escape. And escaping and living in nature for a little bit, I think, is kind of a good way to find yourself. But it depends. Like, it's like, how committed are you to kind of trying to readjust your soul and be a little bit more mindful or whatever. I don't know. And you can learn to be a little bit more mindful here, but like, I was just talking to one of my friends recently about it, and like, it's such a rat race. Like, especially someplace like New York, or the, you know, just everything is about competition and the American dream and out to live for yourself. And even something as little as like walking down the street with headphones, or like just being like a little piece of litter on the street and people walking by it without really seeing it. Like, I know that those are super little things, but they get on my nerves because they just make me feel like I'm living in a place where nobody cares. And like, I think I'm a very kind of empathetic and poetic soul. But I don't know, I'm only 20 and I still have plenty of time to kind of find out what life is all about or something. I don't know. I don't really know what the right plan is, but like, God will bless it, you know, whatever happens. So we're here in the private reef, and the private reef is kind of stupid, just because it's so tedious, and I really don't know how to like reap the most reward for it. You get like these pieces of coral and these different items, and like you'll attract a certain number of fish, and like it'll be like you're providing a safe environment for the fish or something. And like certain pieces of coral attract certain pieces of certain types of fish. So the more coral you'll have, the more fish you gotta have to attract. But like, you have to keep waiting and then coming back and then waiting and then coming back, and then You have to do little funny things like use the pulsar to heal the fish, to attract more fish. It's really quite funny, and I don't understand the game mechanics behind this. So this might be something that I have a little bit more trouble with. I don't know. But now and I've kind of conserved my money in this playthrough because we haven't reopened the Cavern of the Gods yet. But like, there's a lot of coral and other random items that you can get for this place and just totally deck it out. And a lot of these other random items I've gotten as rewards for finding like the special treasures scattered throughout the game. So yeah. And I'm still getting money for pulsaring every 100 fish. And if you're able to get the number of fish up to 200, which I don't think I've ever done before, they'll let you release them. And you'll release the fish, and I still don't even know what that means. But like, you'll release them back into the open, and you'll make money from doing it. Again, this game has so many random things that are just grindy. So, yeah. There is no space for this item. That's problematic. Like, I love Homestar, and I love quoting Homestar, but like, anybody who doesn't know Homestar will hear you and think that you're making fun of people with Down syndrome or people who are mentally retarded. And like, I had a good friend of mine and a teacher, like, who was basically the president, or like the music president of our school, and like, she got in really hot water because like she was doing some like speech at one of our school concerts, and she said something in a voice that sounded kind of like the voice that I just did, and my real principal, or my I guess she wasn't the principal yet, she was like the history teacher, but she flipped and she was like, I have a cousin who's retarded and you can't say that and you can't make fun of people like that. And it was really tense situation, because she thought like the boys in my class were making fun of retarded people, but really they just watched too much South Park. And I still don't have a super optimistic view of South Park because of how vulgar it is, but also because of like how I had some really toxic classmates in middle school, and that's all they would do is quote South Park. But yeah, they would do a Cartman voice, and I can still do a Cartman voice, like, because I heard it so much in middle school. But yeah, my teacher flipped at them because she was like, you can't make fun of retarded people. Here's the treasure request, and they're like, oh, we weren't not going to tell you where it is. You just have to look at the map and know exactly where it is. So I was looking at the map and looking at the little sliver and analyzing it, and I did eventually find it, and it's pretty close to where we are right now. So in a few seconds, you'll see me get the treasure, and I can't wait to finish the Pride of the Salvage King quest. Should be a relief. And I've bought a lot of Steam games recently, so I really would like to play some of them on this channel soon. But yeah, we're getting through this game, we're making progress, and it's fun. Alright. Yeah, enough happy time, enough wild, free time, happy, loose time. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you guys are behaving yourselves. Well, watch out, because teacher is watching. Still have 40 seconds left. I'm really just trying to stay optimistic. The 2020 election is coming up, and that's one thing to be optimistic about, but I just kind of have to hold on to my values. I don't know. When everything else seems so confusing. And suddenly life was so confusing. Then I remembered, I didn't eat my cereal out of a box. Thanks to Quixamexatexo, Quixamesment. Okay, that's it.